So Fiverr, or fiverr.com, whatever you want to call it, is a website that allows you to buy, $5 worth of services. People offer these quote unquote gigs, and you pay $5 and you could get a whole different bunch of really, I think the most prevalent thing on the website are these SEO services that you get. They make links back to your website for $5. You also could get people to do things like proofreading, just about every kind of little type of job that you could hire someone for. You can find someone to do for $5. There's some upsides and some downsides to using Fiverr, both as a seller and as a user. The first thing is as a user. As a user, they call it $5 and they say that you're paying $5, but you really pay $6. They charge $1 to whoever's buying the gig and $1 to whoever's selling the gig. So Fiverr is making 40% profit off of every gig that is sold on their website. So you're really paying $6, and the person who's offering you the service is getting $4. So keep that in mind. A lot of the gigs out there are spam. Yes, there are a few good ones. There are honest people, but the vast majority of what you find on there are very spammy type of services. Because of what you're paying, you can't really expect to get something high quality just for paying $5, So you pay $5 for some type of SEO service, and they create a whole bunch of fake links. They'll tell you 25,000 links for $5, but you need to use your common sense. 25,000 links for $5 is not realistic. They're generated basically on a mass scale automatically, these links. They're not individual links. They certainly won't help you in ranking your sites. They'll more than likely hurt you in attempting to rank your sites, because search engines will see these type of links and see them as spam. I've used all different kind of things. There's social media people out there that will, promote your product to their base. A lot of them have fake subscribers, so they'll tell you we have 30,000 people that we're going to promote your product or service to, but when you check out their profile, it's all people from Indonesia and all these other places, and these people are in America. So you wonder, from where to where do they end up with all these 99% of their following in all these Asian countries? And it's because they're largely fake profiles that they're buying subscribers from. And when you buy subscribers for Facebook, for Twitter, for Instagram, for anything like that, they're fake profiles. They're not real profiles. Whether it's worth it for you for $5 to actually have that is debatable. For someone like me, it's not worth it. It wouldn't be worth it, because if I get followers, thousands of them, and someone clicks on my followers and sees all these fake followers, it's not going to be good. It's just not going to be good. It hurts more than it helps in a lot of cases. So you can find good services. There are people on there that offer, good services. They're few and far in between, though. When you do a search, the vast majority of what you come up with is just bullshit. A lot of it, people in different countries, and Asian countries, Eastern European countries, in the countries where $4 for an hour or 2 hours of work is on par with what they would earn out in the market over there. To do a job for $5 for an American, $4 really in their pocket, you have to think about what they're doing. They're doing half an hour to an hour worth of work usually on each one of these gigs, sometimes even more, and they're making only $4. So they're in the red big time. They're losing a lot of money relative to just going out and working at McDonald's, because they're only getting $4 an hour. $4 an hour is pathetic. So you need to really consider, the aspect of internationalism. There are people on there that could do things like Excel work. Those jobs are great. You have people that can proofread, that can copy edit. You have people that can do an SEO analysis for you on your website. You can find those free online, but in case you don't know where to look, you have people that are able to give you a detailed report. These type of things that, take only a few minutes to accomplish, but you don't know exactly how to do them yourself, those are things you can buy from Fiverr. But the vast majority of the stuff you find on Fiverr is spam. It's spam from other countries, people doing scams, not necessarily that you're being scammed, but they're doing scams in terms of SEO and things like that are going to end up hurting you more than they help you. As a seller, if you want to be a seller on Fiverr, you need to understand you're only going to get paid $4, and even when you get paid $4, you have to wait 2 weeks to get that $4. So after you complete the job for 2 weeks, your $4 is not even available for you. And the people that I know that signed up on RR, very few have had any success. The ones that started early on when the website first came up, those are the ones that are more promoted in search results. Those are the ones that get the actual buys. You coming in now in 2016, approaching 2017, creating a profile and putting up your gigs is going to be difficult, because unless you have something that's highly searched and very low on results, then you're not going to get much traffic to your gig. You're just not going to get anyone buying it. The people buying the things on Fiverr are automatically clicking the ones that are shown first in search results. Just like when you look at Google for a search result, you don't go to page 7 or 8 in order to find what you're looking for. You look on the first page. If it's not there, you leave in. You find another methodology of trying to get the information that you want. So all in all, it's very, very difficult as a seller. You may get a few links a month, but the thing with that is the ranking that you get on Fiverr depends on your response rate too. So if you're only on it to make, an extra few dollars a month, you need to consistently be on the website, logged on, monitoring it, and updating your gigs and things like that, which is very difficult. They're expecting you to respond within minutes to anyone that poses a question to you. And unless you don't have another job, you don't have anywhere you have to be, where it might take you 8 hours or 12 hours or a day to respond to someone, that's going to really be the determining factor in whether or not someone is going to purchase the gig. Your response rate is right there on your profile and when someone looks at your gig. So if they see that you on average take a day to respond to someone, they're more likely going to go with someone who responds within an hour or two. And those are just the facts. That's just how it is. So you're making very little. You need to be on the website all day. It's a lose-lose situation for anyone that's trying to sell gigs. I think what they're doing is taking advantage of people that are in desperate situations in other countries, where the $4 makes a difference for them, where the purchasing power of $4 is much higher than it is in the US, where the cost of living is much higher than it is in, developed nations, emerging markets and things like that. That's where you're going to find people willing to do this work for so cheap in places like China, in places like Korea, in places like Indonesia, Venezuela, these type of places where, jobs and money is little and far in between. So if that's your goal, is to, take advantage of people who are in desperate situations that really need the money, then, you can go ahead and do it. But if you're a seller, and you want to sell your services on there, you would make more money going around in the streets of your neighborhood collecting plastic bottles from garbage cans for the deposits, because you're not going to make any money on Fiverr unless you have a well-selling gig that's established, that was there before everyone else is. It's nearly impossible, because there's so much people from so many different countries flooding the website every day, opening new gigs up, that it's so confusing when a buyer comes to look for a gig. There's so many different gigs, and naturally they'll just go to the ones that have the most reviews. The ones that have the most reviews have been there the longest. So you're not getting displayed to any search results, really. There's also a lot of prejudice on the site. There's sexist and racist things. There's people there that will make these racist videos for $5 to push people's agendas, but they're only doing it to get the $4. That's what you need to understand. And other people are similarly situated. Women will do disgusting things like take nude photos and things like that for $5. So the fact that there's really no quality on the website. The quality is very, you have to really search through it. That's expected for, buying gigs for $5. You're not going to get anything of quality for so little for an hour of work from someone. It's just not going to happen. So yes, there are gigs that you can buy that are good quality. If you're looking to make extra money, look elsewhere. This website is not going to help you. Or if it does help you, you have to wait a long time to get your payments, and you have to do the work very quickly. So it's like a lose-lose situation for you. You're expected to do the work very quickly, and then expected to wait a really long time to get your money out. On top of that, if you need copy editing, if you need these small things that it's realistic that someone can accomplish it within 20 minutes, half an hour, then go ahead and do it. But think to yourself before you buy anything. Am I asking too much for the money? Is it realistic that someone will work that much for the money? If not, and you still buy their gig, then you're getting suckered. You're going to get very low quality service. For you sellers out there, just don't expect much from the website. Don't expect that you're going to go offer your service and you're going to get a whole bunch of people. It just doesn't work that way. It's very difficult. I tried it just to see, how it works, not necessarily because I needed the money, but because I wanted to see the experience from a seller's perspective for an article I'm writing about these type of services. So it was horrible. Just the whole thing was horrible. I got one person to buy from me. I actually got someone that bought additional services for me through it, but that was the extent. And it's been 2-3 months since I signed up for that account. Since then, I'm getting nothing. So it's a lose-lose situation for the most part. It's like mining for gold, if you're comfortable mining for gold there, then you could go ahead and buy those services. But if you're a seller, don't expect much. It's very competitive from a seller's perspective. There's thousands of links for the same thing that you want to do. There's always people that have been there longer than you. There's always new people coming up every day. So as a seller, don't expect much. If you want to try it, if you have something unique that you think can really add value, search for what you're looking for first and determine, the keyword, if the keyword is good, if the keyword will actually drive people to the gig. You can do that also. They have on your gig a section where you could see how many views, how many clicks, and things of that nature. So you could do it like that. You could test the waters with it, but go in with the mindset that you're doing it for, you're doing it to test it out. You're not doing it really with an expectation to make any income, because you for the most part you won't. Little type of job that you could hire someone for, you can find someone to do for $5. There's some upsides and some downsides to using Fiverr, both as a seller and as a user. The first thing is, so Fiverr, or fiverr.com, whatever you want to call it, is a website that allows you to buy, $5 worth of services. People offer these quote-unquote gigs, and you pay $5 and you could get a whole, as a user, they call it $5 and they say that you're paying $5, but you really pay $6. They charge $1 to whoever's buying the gig and $1 to whoever's selling the gig. So Fiverr is making 40% profit off of every whole different bunch of really, I think the most prevalent thing on the website are these SEO services that you get. They make links back to your website for $5. You also could get people to do things like proofreading, just about every kind of gig that is sold on their website. So you're really paying $6, and the person who's offering you the service is getting $4. So keep that in mind. A lot of the gigs out there are spam. Yes, there are a few good ones. There are honest